Hey guys, this is Loony and welcome to episode 15 of my Loony hardcore adventure. Today we have an episode that is a little in between things because we just finished the Guardian farm and it is time to dig down to bedrock under the monument. But before we can do that, we need to set up a beacon, and while I was planning to set out, I wanted to venture out a little bit and try something before we did that. As you can see, I'm building a huge tower in the nether right now. We're gonna go back up there, place ladders so I can climb my way back up whenever I want to. And what we're actually gonna do here is break through the ceiling of the nether because I want to set up a nether hub on top of the nether roof so we can fly freely without mobs around, without any risks, because the nether is a dangerous place. Especially since God tier armor doesn't really exist anymore. You used to be able to stack enchantments in Minecraft 1.14.2, but right now I can't do it, so I have to choose between protection or fire protection or blast protection, and I can't have all of it, meaning that my normal armor isn't fire resistant, and if I take fire resistant armor I don't have protection on it. So I have to choose a little bit, which adds some risk to it. I'm generally vulnerable when I'm in the nether. Now the thing that I'm looking for up here is a bedrock block above my head, which is at Y level 127. And Y 127 in the nether is the top of the nether ceiling. Above that, there is nothing. And the nothing is where we want to go because it's free of mob spawns, it's a completely flat area of bedrock, and it's great to set up nether portals there because transportation there is extremely quick. This is the very first time that I'll be doing this, so it's kind of scary because hardcore Minecraft is not a great place to do things for the very first time. Pearl that you saw here was actually the second one because I made a mistake with my recording and I had to go back, but I already put a nether portal up there, so I ended up inside of the nether portal frame. Quick thinking, I threw another pearl to get me out of there and it worked. But could have been messy and I could have had to mine the frame. Might not have had enough time for that, so it could be very, very bad. And although I want to have like a mix of trying things for the first time and being very safe, I think that in the future with some things, it's probably better to go out and try them in a world I set up in creative. So I know if things will work, because this was actually a big risk and I could have died here to the most stupid thing imaginable. But luckily we didn't, so the hardcore world is still going. What I'm doing now is setting up a different nether portal a little bit away from the first one. Reason for this is that I do not want to link all of my nether portals up to the nether roof. I want to be able to have transport inside of the nether itself and have quick transport above the ceiling. So I will link certain places to the roof and other places to the actual nether, which meant that I wanted to get out and create a separate portal in the overworld, which I put it a little bit far away. I went 100 blocks on the nether ceiling, which is just a short walk, but in the overworld that's 800 blocks, so I had to find my way back to the ocean monument now. I'm actually not gonna set up the entire nether hub right now because I don't really need to travel much at this point, but I just wanted to make sure that I could get up on the nether roof early in the series because it will help me a lot later. When I was traveling about a little bit in the nether, I ran into this guy and he was intended to be in my iron farm. He dropped into the sea, climbed down, dropped into my ocean monument, walked up the stairs, and then ended up in the nether. And I've been walking back and forth here a little bit, and every time I walk here this guy shows up at a different place. Mostly it's in this tunnel, but I also saw him on the other side of a lava lake already, and I figured he's gonna be in the series for a while, so we should make sure that he sticks around, and if he manages to survive by himself in the nether for a while, I should probably build him a house or give him a cool place to live. For now, I'm dubbing him Anton, Adventurous Anton, and let's see how long he will be part of the series. A little while ago, when we were in the nether mining for glowstone, we found a second nether fortress right on the path between our old house and the ocean monument. And it is time to go explore a little bit here because we need wither skulls. So I'm gonna be running around this fortress until I found 3 so we can go and summon the wither to get our first beacon. And it turns out that this fortress is a great one because this is the best blaze spawner setup I have ever found. There are 2 right across from each other, which will make for an exceptional blaze farm later. But before we start dreaming of huge projects again, we still have a lot of work to do at our ocean monument. And I mean a lot of work. So first, we're gonna try to find ourselves some wither skulls. And it was taking some time to find the skeleton, so eventually we started flying around a little bit to get out of range of the fortress, and then flying back to see if we could spawn new wither skeletons. And this really turned out to be a little bit of a grind, because we took well over an hour to get all the 3 wither skulls that we needed. But this can usually be the case, because even with looting 3 you have 5% chance per wither skeleton to drop one, so on average it will take you 60 skeletons. And finally, I got the 3rd one in a fight which was messy, because this is the lowest I've been on health in a long time, and I did not need to take these hits. Even though the situation was still pretty safe, and I thought it might be interesting to see how to deal with a situation like this, or how I deal with a situation like this, because it is perfectly fine to be low on health if you have something to fix it in your hotbar. And since I have the golden apples here, I can afford to get low if there are no more mobs around, but I have to be pretty sure. And then the best thing to do is just walk around a little bit and eat up until my health is completely full again. And the biggest tip I can give you in this regard is to be aware of your surroundings at all times. And the biggest thing here is use your ears and really do play with headphones on, because headphones will allow you to not only know which mobs are around, how many are probably around, but it will also tell you where they are. Are they behind you? Are they in front? Are they to the right, to the left? Using your ears is probably just as important, if not more important, than having proper armor. Which also means that if I'm in a dangerous place like this, for example, Nether Fortress, I will not listen to music. I will just have my sound pretty high and listen to everything in Minecraft and nothing else. After getting the wither skulls, I wanted to make sure to check if everything was ready for a wither fight. To be fair, I'm not going for much of a fight because I want to trap the wither under the dragon's nest, but still I figured it's probably a good idea to fix my bow and make sure that everything is ready before I went to the end. Now, if you managed to defeat the ender dragon earlier, you can use the bedrock from his nest to trap the wither, which means that you can spawn the wither underneath the dragon nest and he will be stuck in there, take suffocation damage, will not be able to hit you, and you can basically, after getting the wither skulls, get a free nether star. The thing is that if you're gonna pull a trick like this, you should really know what you're doing. And I didn't do this before. I only saw it done once by someone I was playing with on a server, and he said you have to pay attention because this has to be done in a very specific way. Now, at this moment, I know that I'm not entirely sure if this is the correct way to do it, but I decided to take a risk because one of 2 things can happen. First thing is it works and I will have a free nether star. Second thing is it doesn't work and I will have to fight a wither, which is probably gonna make a great episode, to be honest. And thing is, this did not work. I spawned in a wither, and after spawning it in, it managed to escape. So I had a wither free in my end realm, and this is not a catastrophic thing. I mean, they can be defeated, but I never did it before. I've never even once fought a wither open. And this means I have to figure out how to do it now, and I have to figure it out in hardcore mode. So my first priority here is escape, because this is not going well. And I could die here, I could lose all my progress. So I'm just gonna head out of the end, go on YouTube, figure out how to deal with this, do some research, do my preparations, and come back. And all of that I will do next episode. Because for today, we'll wrap it up here. And next episode, we will have a wither fight on our hands for the first time ever in hardcore Minecraft. For now, thanks a bunch for watching, and I'll see you next time when we're fighting a wither.